Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at my latest pickup from Magic Square. This is their MSB23 Thunder Pioneer. This is of course their version of a Legend Scale Prowl in the G1 continuity. And he's pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. Let's see what he has in store for us, but first we're going to have to start with accessories. First off, he does come with his blaster. It's not painted, just casted in black, but it is very nicely sculpted, as you would expect from Magic Square. Looks decent enough. Nothing to write home about though. As you can imagine, it does fit nicely into his hand. And he does come with two shoulder weapons. Not really certain if they're rockets or shoulder blasters, to be honest. They could be rockets. Let me know in the comments. I don't think I ever really remember him using them in the cartoon, or even if he had them in the cartoon. This may just be for the toy version, if I remember correctly. But yeah, they look more like cannons, but they're nicely sculpted. Nice silver paint on the end. Looks really good. And those do slide in to peg holes on either side of his head, giving you this look. If you want, you can pivot them up and down as much as you see fit. If you even want to, you could bring them out and go all the way up to 90 degrees. If you choose to do so, you can store or display the shoulder cannons on his hood, utilizing the two holes that are there from the shoulders. So let's take a look at Prowl in his robot mode. And I gotta admit, I think he looks fantastic. Bringing in closely. The head does have some wonderfully done metallic blue eyes. Very good, especially considering how small they are. Nice red for the crest. Some gray coming down with the indentations here on the head. Gray painted face. It looks fantastic. As far as articulation, the head is on a ball, so you do get some down, quite a bit up. Very good amount of attitude and a full 360. Taking a look at the arms, they are on ball joints, so you do get a little bit of a butterfly action. You can go all the way up to 90 degrees. You have a rotation. Beautiful double jointed elbow gets you all the way up. The hands don't pivot, but they do rotate. Looks good. The doors, you do have options on how to display it. You can go all the way down for a flat look, have them angled like I did, up to that point if you want. I prefer to have them at about 45 degrees, but you do have the ability to bring them forward quite a bit, so you can have that look going on, or back quite a bit as well. So you do have a lot of good options as far as the doors, the wings. You do get full waist rotation, as well as a very generous ab crunch. Front, and if you want, you can go back as well. Just bear in mind, manipulating it can loosen up the windshield on the back, but it works great. As far as the legs, you can go 90 degrees forward, 90 degrees back, and 90 degrees out, so full range of motion there. There is a thigh cut, as well as 90 degrees of bend, and then the feet, which we should have grown accustomed to with the Masterpiece version. These are very similar. You get a little bit up, quite a bit down, and you do get nice rocking motion. As far as sculpt, nicely sculpted arms and abs. You've got black plastic, nice dark gray paint here for the waist, as well as here on the thigh skirts, red in the center. Thighs are just black plastic, but coming down to the legs, sculpted inside and out. I do love this baby blue that they use to give it the cartoon look in the alt mode. As far as all the windows, you get here on the side as well. Beautifully done. Cleans up really good on the back. They did fill up the gaps in the back of the legs, so there's very little waffling with this figure. The majority of it is right here at the back of the arms, but that is needed for the motion, so we're going to give him a pass with that. But overall, beautifully sculpted. Clear for the headlights, nice silver bumper. You've got the logo here in the front, black painted grille, black on the shoulders, just nice paint and sculpt everywhere. I think he looks truly fantastic. For size comparison, here he is with his mold mate, their version of Streak. I'd seen some comments online about him not really scaling with anything. I don't believe that's accurate. I think that he scales really, really well with the rest of what Magic Square has to offer. Here he is, coming in a little bit shorter than Wild Rider and Dead End. I think that he scales fantastically. Here he is with the Magic Square Prime and Perceptor. And I think that they truly do make an awesome looking team. So once again, I'm not going to release a separate video for transformation. It's fairly simple, straightforward. So we'll go ahead and do it here. Alright, first thing that you'll want to do, I like to go ahead and give the waist a twist. You want to bring the arms out. You want to turn them. Turn the hand 180 degrees. Bring this piece down. This piece with it. As I bump the camera. And you'll want to make sure that you fold it up into a box like that. We'll go ahead and show that again. Make sure that the ball peg is facing forward. Rotate the hand 180 degrees. Pivot it down, down, and over. Just like that. So next you can go ahead and detach the back. It does pay to have a spudger handy, but you want to bring this guy forward. We're going to go ahead and leave him like that for now, and we're going to focus on the legs. Legs are fairly simple. Bring the heels forward. Go ahead and extend out the feet. Now this does separate right here. You'll see this peg section. Pull it out. And go ahead and swing the upper thigh forward as far as you can go. And bring this piece down. Now from here, you want to get the right pivot point. So come up, push down right there on that hinge. And this is going to collapse and form the back of the car. We'll show that again. Separate, swing down, bring the leg all the way forward, forward upper thigh. Swing this around and make sure that you're pivoting here and not at the joint inside. And you will bring that up. Go ahead and collapse everything so that it's nice and even. Using this peg, connect the two rear pieces of the car together. And your doors are actually going to hook on these two pegs right here when everything is said and done. Alright, so with the head, re-rotate it 180 degrees. You can go ahead and now detach the arms from right here. That's the peg that holds the arm in place and actually holds the chest down. You want to do that on both sides. Go ahead and extend the front forward. We can bring out our wheels. So from here, pays to have a spudger or something to where you can just give this black section here where the head is attached a shove. And you'll want to push the head all the way through to the bottom, like so. And from here, push the head back to where it's laying down. Now, you want to bring the arms up to where they meet in the middle. The main thing you want to make sure of is with the hands, that this right here is flush. If it's not correct, you'll see the hand actually sticking out a little bit. You don't want that. You want to make sure that this is flush. Head is going to go down into this pocket. So go ahead and bring everything down. Pays to close the doors a little bit. There we go. Go ahead and close the doors on the pegs that we talked about earlier. And the final step here is with the hood. Bring these pegs back to go into those holes. And then make sure everything is down and secure. So let's take a look at the alt mode. I gotta admit, he looks really good. Now, it's important to note that Magic Square went with more of a cartoon vibe with this guy than they did a realistic or toy version. So he does have the police symbol and patrol on the side. You've got the wonderfully silver painted rims. Again, you've got the baby blue, sky blue for all the windows all the way around. And they look fantastic. Nice black paint all the way down. White for the top. You can see the differentiation here from what's painted and what's not. So I believe these portions of the hood are painted and these are white plastic. A little bit of a color change or color difference there, but it's not too bad. Looking at the front, again, you've got the translucent blue for the headlights. You've got that wonderful charcoal, silver, and black coming through on the hood. Some nice sculpt here underneath. Coming down the other side. On the back, you do have red and orange painted taillights. Cleans up pretty good on the bottom. Then you do have the transparent red for the light bar on the top. These sections of the hood are painted. You can see a little bit of the paint wearing off from his shoulder cannons going in. So just be aware that that is potentially going to happen if you decide to use it. But overall, it's very nicely sculpted. And as far as a cartoon looking Prowl, I think he looks great. Once again, here he is with his wave mate. And you can notice that with the light bar, you don't have the option of putting the shoulder cannons on the roof, but you still do with Streak. And here he is once again with a New Age. And right here, you can see the differences, that the different approaches taken as far as sculpt for the alt mode. New Age definitely went for a more toy version. This is strikingly similar as far as appearance to the Masterpiece version. Whereas Magic Square went with a toon-looking car, and it's a completely different approach. Both look amazing, but as far as paint, I've got to give the alt mode to New Age, to be honest. The brightness of the white, the metallic windows, it all looks good on both, but New Age does edge it out a little bit. But overall, the Magic Square is still an amazingly done vehicle mode. Alright, let's start with talking a little bit about the negatives, which with this figure, there aren't many. If there were anything I could say, maybe a little bit more paint as far as the white, even some gray on the legs, because you do have an obvious difference in color when in alt mode. In robot mode, it's not an issue, but that's about it. Positives definitely outweigh the negatives in this one. The paint that is there is remarkably done. I have no issues at all. The sculpt work definitely does do the job well. He's a beautiful, beautiful version of Prowl, and in my opinion, the robot mode does represent the G1 cartoon much better than the New Age robot mode. Unfortunately, New Age does take it in alt mode. So you have that. But he is still well worth the purchase. If you're looking for a Prowl and you feel that New Age is a little small, then definitely pick this guy up. So yes, he's a very much so recommended for me. I did purchase this from the Chosen Prime. I do know that they did recently get him in stock, so I'm sure they would be happy to get a version out to you if ordered. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. These are 3 easy steps that could really help my channel grow and steer the algorithm my way. All that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.